Hi all. Thought I'd give you a little 35-day week 5 update. I can't believe how quick the time's going. Had a busy week, done all sorts. Went to see ABBA Voyage yesterday, still got my ABBA Voyage thing on. Oh, it was so exciting. I danced for 90 minutes. We walked all over London, went with my daughter. It was my birthday treat for my daughter. I had on a coach trip, and we had a night down near London, and we had the best time. It was just wonderful. And mainly, I mean, ABBA Voyage was fantastic. I highly recommend it if you're down there and you can get the chance to go see it. You really, after a minute or two, you really believe they're there on that stage. All 4 of them. They're just a brilliant show. Yeah, highly recommend. We did really well for eating. Just buying sort of continental snacks, and found some pork scratchings, which weren't 100% good ingredients. Had some tiny bits of seed oil in it, but can't believe that small amount would make much difference. Knee pain. My knee pain. Look at my knees, they're lovely and shiny. My skin's all shiny. And I'm getting tiny. Am I getting a bit of a muscle? No, maybe not. Anyway, I can live in hope. I managed to keep up my daughter. She's a lot younger than me, obviously. She's my daughter, and she walks fast, and she's sorry, I'm in a car park at the minute and just see 2 guys chatting. She's very fit, walks up mountains and down mountains. She also is starting to follow the carnivore diet. She's loving it too. We're sorry if you can hear somebody in the background. Never mind, I'm not starting again. I managed to keep up with her. She's a fast walker, and we wanted to see all sorts. We had a free day on the Saturday, and we just wanted to look around the sites and go around the Natural History Museum. And we had a fantastic carnivore tea, basically just a huge steak. And I had bone marrow. I had that for years and years, and it was really, I spread it on top of the steak, and it was really delicious. Yeah, and no knee pain. Achilles didn't swell up, no tendinitis in the Achilles. 5 weeks ago, I would have had to say, no, you go on. I'll wait here, or I'll sit here and wait for you, and yeah, you have a quick run, because it was shutting. The Natural History Museum was the fastest tour you've ever seen. I should have videoed it, really. We were around in minutes. But we wanted to see some dinosaurs, and we saw the big whale skeleton, and some lovely gems, fossils, and all the I can't remember what they're called. The shiny things that you get in rocks. The crystal displays. Oh God, my brain. Anyway, so we did that in a mad fast quick tour, and I'd have said, no, you quickly run around and tell me what it's like. And I did it, and I kept up with her. Well, I'm like, oh my God, I can do this. People must have thought we were crazy. Danced for 90 minutes to ABBA, a full 90 minutes. Every song I sang, I had the best time. Got all glammed up, and I'm back to normal today. No more glam today. Yeah, and enjoyed the coach drive. Didn't get stiff and horrible on the coach drive and miserable, and it's like a whole new lease of life. Yeah, it's wonderful. So I'm back down in London today. I went home last night and had a good night's sleep. Up at 5 this morning. We're back down for work today. So this is why I'm sat in the car park talking to you lot. Yeah, so I'm bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. I've put a video on YouTube, and it's of a little dance I did yesterday going into the thing, and in a couple of hours it's going over 1,000, 2,000 watches. I'm amazed. Joanne took it of me, so I might be going viral, who knows. Anyway, take a look at that if you fancy. It's in my shorts, and I've got loads of ideas for more little shorts that I want to do when I've got a bit more time. Do you want to have a look around my van? It's set up for passengers at the minute. I don't know if you can see that sink area, and that turns into a bed, and then I've got a pop top, and that turns into a double bed as well. But I've got a fridge, and I can bring my snacks in that, which is really, really good. Sorry, dropped you. I'm good at dropping you. I know you know that. Yes, so we carry a few snacks with us when we can, when I've got the fridge, especially in this weather. And that's a lorry going past. Also noisy. The man's looking at me in the gatehouse. He's gone now. Yeah, so, and I know I've got my feet on a stool. I find it more comfortable for driving to sit more squatty than with my legs down. Not for driving, for passengering. I'm not driving today. He's gone off on his meeting. Well, I just want to. Oh, one thing. During the week, I made a savoury mince. I posted about it. It was really tasty, and Tom loved it. But it had some very small amount of tomato puree in it, and a very small amount of high oxalate spices. That's all it had in it, just dry spices. And over those few days, I probably had more powdered coffee, which is also high oxalate, I've discovered. You're better off with a filter coffee, and they do nice filter bags now, and filter little pre-made filters that are completely disposable. You can find to sit on your cup and make a filter coffee at home. So I'm trying them to keep my oxalate level down. I think the combination of the tomato paste, the high oxalate spices, and maybe too many coffees, because I'm not giving up my coffee. That's my, with cream, that's my treat. I love that. So that, and so I had a day of pain after having 2 meals of the spicy mince, and I just think it was a oxalate overload again for me, and it maybe took a day to get out of my system, which isn't bad at all. So I haven't put myself back to square one. There's another lorry going past. It's been really quiet while I've been sat here for ages. So, it goes. Bye lorry. And the man's looking at me again. Thinks I'm a crazy bird, which, if you watch more of these videos, you'll probably find out that I really am. Yes, sorry. But I'm a carnivore crazy bird, and I'm buzzing with ideas, and I want to share them all with you. And I will be making more videos, and especially more shorts, because I can get a quick bite messages over quickly. As you know, I'm not a doctor. I don't pretend to be a doctor, but I've done loads of research. I've been following paleo for 15 years, but on my pictures I noticed I was getting puffy in my face, and I know I'm getting older, but I couldn't understand why all of a sudden and it was because I was eating too much nuts and fruit and veg, and still eating meat. I've always eaten meat. All over the 15 years I've eaten meat, but it detracts from the meat that you're eating. You're eating anti-nutrients if you're eating fruit and veg, and especially high oxalate fruit and veg for joint pain. So yeah, cut them out for a month, apart from trying to reintroduce tomato paste. And I've eaten tomatoes every day of my life, and I didn't realise they were affecting me like they were, and now I know. So it's my own fault if I eat them now, isn't it? Well, the paste especially is stronger than just a fresh tomato, you know, so maybe one fresh tomato out of your garden now and again isn't going to harm, but it's the amount, the accumulation of, say, powdered coffee over a day, tomato paste, and then some high oxalate spices, and maybe a high oxalate fruit. Berries are pretty low, so they're okay, but some of them are like bananas, and I think bananas is high. No, bananas are not too bad. Anyway, but all I do is I look at what something is that I used to eat, maybe, or maybe think, well, I can reintroduce that. And if it says high oxalate, I like the tomato paste. I had a very small quantity, but it did affect me, so that's an out. But mushrooms is a good one. I mean, who doesn't love, and onions is a good one. They're not high oxalate. Mushrooms isn't even a vegetable, it's a fungi, so I suppose if I was a little carnivore looking for waiting to catch some meat and can't catch some meat, and then I'm looking around and, oh, that looks tasty, that mushroom. I bet we've always eaten mushrooms and it wouldn't have affected our digestion. And bearing in mind, the fruit and veg we eat now is nothing like you would find in the wild. It's modified and sweetened, and it's not like we had crab apples. We didn't have big juicy apples high in glucose and high in sugar. We had a crab apple that you wouldn't eat a lot of them anyway, because I've tried it and it upsets your stomach. So if you were desperate, you would eat those things. If they were in season, raspberries and berries, but only for a short period of time in the summer, you would eat those things, and they're not going to inflame your joints. They're not now, if you're not eating too many, because they are low oxalate. But those are the things that we used to eat. And those, if you think of world history like a football field, you've got a big massive football field. I heard this the other day. How we eat now, our modern diet, how we eat now, is equivalent to one grass of blade at the end. One glass of grass, I can't say it. One piece of grass. Just one piece of grass in the whole football field. So all our evolution is on this football field, and we're right up here on this one blade of grass. I've got it, blade of grass, I've remembered. So we're on this one blade of grass. That's what we're eating now at the standard British diet and the standard American diet. All this time we've hunted, we're a carnivore, we've got a carnivore belly, we've got canines, and we've got grinding teeth, which I'm sure are for grinding meat, you know, pulling off that and fat. And the fat is very, very important. Please don't cut off your fat, eat your fat. Try and eat it however you can, and you get used to the taste, and I love the taste of it. And I always cut my fat off when I was a child. I was very picky and just ate the lean. But if you do end up with lean meat, just have a bit of cheese with it. If you can tolerate dairy, just have a bit of cheese with it. Anyway, we're on this one blade of grass. This is where Big Pharma and Big Food have sold us that we need to eat cereals, and we need to eat, and eggs are bad for you, and beef's bad for you. And that's what they've sold us. And we've gone, oh my God, it must be because heart conditions are going up and people are dying of heart conditions and diabetes. And in all this time, there were no heart conditions, and there were no hardly no diabetes. We didn't need to produce insulin because we weren't eating sugar. So to me, the ancestral diet just makes sense. It just makes sense. And I know this has been a long video and people haven't got the brain power to, or don't have the mental capacity to sit and watch a video for maybe 15 minutes about what they're eating. But I hope you've stuck with me to the end, and I hope you can see how happy I am about where I am now at this moment. And at 65, I feel like I'm in my 30s. I've lost 13 pounds. I haven't been, and I've lost all my puffiness, and my skin feels better. And I just would love, like I say, I'm not a doctor, but if you do your research, it's all out there. Just look at ancestral diet and carnivore diet or lion diet. If you're starting out, lion diet would be the strictest one, because you're eating what a lion would eat, really, basically, and you're not introducing things. So on the reintroduction thing, I have now reintroduced mushrooms and the occasional onion, and maybe a pickled onion, because they're low oxalate, and like I say, mushrooms not even a vegetable. And I love onions, and they're not affecting me, so that's grand. So I'd like to just thank you for watching till now. Tell your friends if anybody's suffering with joint pain, maybe they can look at this and do a bit of research for themselves and find a bit of... I don't take any tablets. My husband's blood pressure is back down to normal. He's always suffered with high blood pressure, especially when he's on too much sugar. And we're just getting on with life. And watch out for my YouTube channel, where I've got some hopefully little gems and tidbits in short videos, hopefully in a more comical form. No, I'll try and be funny. I'll really try. You know, those who know me try. I am very trying. Anyway, I'll stop annoying the gatekeeper over there, and love to you all, and fingers crossed, and look out for my week 6 video, because I'm not going back. You know, I'm sure before I know it, I'm going to be on week 52, because I am so confident of this diet and how it's making me feel and how it's making Tom feel. So love to you all. Bye. If I don't see you before on one of my shorts, see you next week.